Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Save a Seat series here on Patreon, where we dig deeper with contributors and special guests to find out what they are truly about. We get into their hopes and their passions and their dreams, and that's what digging deeper is all about. So if you are here with us, that means that you're supporting us on Patreon to make opportunities reachable for everyone and helping us to continue with our internship program. And speaking of which, today is a very special episode because I, your podcast host Chloe, am joined by three of our wonderful summer interns. We're so happy to continue this internship program. It's very meaningful for us to help young professionals build their portfolios, learn new skills, figure out what it means to get familiar with a brand and a company and help other people reach opportunities. So I am joined today by three of our wonderful interns. There are a couple more on the docket that weren't able to join us today, but they are also doing amazing work, so make sure to check that out. But I will have you guys go around and introduce yourselves again for the people that maybe did not listen to our Spotify episode, which if you didn't, you should go listen to that first and then you can come back. But go ahead and introduce yourselves one more time for our listeners. We can start with you, Xavier.
Hello, I am Xavier Cruz and media intern for More. Just got back from Japan. Time is an abstract concept for me right now, and I'm kind of suffering.
Well, props to you for making our 5 p.m. sharp recording time. Thank you so much.
Yep, wouldn't miss it.
And you will be a freshman
Yeah, I will be
this
a freshman this fall at Purdue University in Fort Wayne, studying electrical engineering.
Yes, very, very exciting. And we're so happy to have you. Moving right along, Bon Sui, please reintroduce yourself for the people.
Of course, thank you, Chloe. Hi, everyone. I'm Bonsui, and I'm currently a digital media intern over at More Magazine. Over here, I get to work on curating your guys' weekly emails, which has been so fun to get to take you along the more storytelling, story branding for this summer internship. And I'm excited to get to talk to you guys and get to learn more about why everyone chose more this summer.
Yeah, it is always so fascinating to me how people find more, especially if you're not in the greater Indianapolis area. It seems like you guys generally are. And of course, we have connections to the IU Kelly School of Business. But if our reach is further than that, I always would love to know like how they found us. If you look at our Spotify analytics, there are people all over the world that listen to our content. So it's fun to me to wonder like, how did they come here? How did they find us? Thank you for finding us, but how?
Mm-hmm.
And again, last but not least.
Hello. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go
Hi,
ahead.
my name is Anyeve. I'm a rising sophomore at Indiana University Bloomington, studying marketing and digital and social media business applications with a minor in Spanish. I'm a social media intern for More, so I do a lot of social media management and scheduling for all of our platforms. And I also do some brand management, so kind of reimagining our about section and kind of making sure it reflects what More is.
Yeah. So I'd like to start with you, Anyeve, for this first question for our Dig Deeper section. And that is just about internships in general and what you are hoping to gain. So obviously you have this interest in social media and there are a plethora of jobs that you could find yourself in post college to work any brand's social media account. If you have a brand, you kind of have to have social media, right? It's just the way of the world at this point. We're expected to engage in the media consciousness. So what does it mean to you to have not only this internship but internships in general, just getting to know the behind the scenes of how their social media works and keeping it consistent or giving it a brand new look? Like what does that all mean for you?
Yeah, so I can start with More. Um, More is kind of my big like first introduction into social media management and brand management. At IU, I'm part of Women in Business on the brand management committee, so I kind of know like a little bit about like how to do branding for organizations and social media for different school clubs and organizations. But I've never done anything like this for an actual brand. So to me, More is just kind of that gateway into this world and that gateway into social media and branding and figuring out what I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Um, And moving further into other internships, I kind of want to explore various industries. I said before, I'm a marketing and social media major, and for me, that kind of takes shape in whatever form. So I don't have a specific industry that I'm looking for. So I'm interested in pharmaceuticals. I'm interested in apparel and fashion. I'm interested in food services. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what what is the best path for me. And so I think internships are just that way for me to get experience and explore what's really good for me.
Right. And keeping your options open will only lead to more opportunities for you. And, like we said, any of those areas are going to have their own social media. So, like,
Yeah.
how do you properly, excuse my cat, how do you properly advertise for these different things and keep their brand consistent? And, it's so fun for me when I see certain brands like take a really strong stance in their marketing. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen some of the social media for the Scrub Daddy sponges, but they recently
Oh
have just
God.
been popping off with their branding. And now every time I see a Scrub Daddy in stores, I'm like, maybe I should get one. Maybe they are good sponges because their social media is so prevalent. Like, it works. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Those ads are crazy.
I know they are. How about you, Von Sui? What does it mean for you to get experience from these internships, and what might that look like in the future?
So I have grown up around social media in the digital world my whole entire life. It starts very early into my Musically. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but my Musically career when I was around the
Oh,
fifth
yeah.
grade, and I was posting like 10 times a day because I hoped, fingers crossed, that I would go viral. Still haven't, but
Keep trying.
keep trying. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I started very early into social media. I started very early into social media, and I still continue that with me every single day. So I post not only just on Instagram, TikToks, etc., but I was also an influencer for a brand at some point. So I've just loved social media and everything around it. But going more into it, the thing about internships is that it's more than just being an influencer and representing a brand. It's about being behind the brand and knowing exactly what goes beyond it. And that's truly one thing that I've loved about this internship so far is that it's provided me the opportunity to get experiences like I haven't yet before, even though I've been around social media since I was 10, 11 years old. But it's definitely a new experience, and I've loved every single part of it so far.
It's very exciting. And I think it'll also be exciting to see how it changes. Things have to evolve and grow, right? We have to keep people interested.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen how brand marketing has changed over the past couple years. It's been a shocker, but I also think maybe it's for the better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be some awkward growing pains, but it keeps
hmm
people on their toes, right? How about you, Xavier? What has this meant for you to do an internship, and what might an internship look like for you in the future?
Um. Well, I can't really compare this internship to anything really yet because this was my first internship like ever, first real responsibilities. But it's it's like it teaches me to like time management skills. It teaches me communication, and alongside with obviously editing skills, how to splice, all that stuff. Like Anueva said, these internships are things that like open up opportunities, options, things for people to like maybe go further and maybe they have like talent in it more than they realize. Um, internships that have what I expect from for more for other internships. I have no idea because
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I'll be honest. I would probably jump into any internship just to see how it is. It's obviously if aside from like the possibility of like earning new skills, it's also just an experience. Like
Right.
time to have like grow in like any way and even just like make more connections and like not even like just for business you could make some like real good personal connections with people.
Yeah.
It's
Something we've talked about with some of the other interns and with professionals in their field is that sometimes you start an opportunity and instead of learning, valuable skills and making connections, you learn things that you don't want to be doing. And that's valuable as well. It is important to know, like, when you're in an opportunity or you're in a moment and you're like, this is not right, to listen to, your gut and just file that away as like, this was a good experience. I don't want it again. Like, that is also very valuable. So if you find yourselves in one of those situations, it's okay. It means you're on the right path and you should listen to your gut and be like, I respect this opportunity and I'm not going to do it again. That is also fine.
Yeah.